Hey, what's up everybody? This is Mr. 008 here, and today I have for you a video concerning the balance changes to the Sniper Monkey, specifically the Cripple MOAB, in Update 37 for Bloons TD6. So in today's video, we are going to be testing out that new Cripple MOAB, which now deals 280 damage per shot instead of just 80 like it did before. And because of that, that means it can actually one-shot the MOAB on either round 40 or just any MOAB that isn't just ramped up too much. So I'm going to be playing on Cubism for this, and I will be getting Benjamin just for simplicity reasons. That way I don't have to worry too much about farms. I could get Merchantmen instead or as well if I wanted to, but I will not be doing that. I'm just going to go with something that is a simpler approach. So I'm going to be playing on hard today instead of medium, and the reason for that is just for fun, primarily. That way it's not nearly as, easygoing, and it won't be, just us trucking along with no, element of a challenge. Not that hard is challenging either, especially on a map like Cubism, but yeah, just for fun. So, we will be getting a Sniper Monkey right around here or so. I'm gonna place Sniper right there, and I don't really care about the monkey teams right now, so no big deal regarding that. And one of the reasons that I don't really care about the monkey teams, I do like the concept. Let me just say that. It's not that it's a bad thing to have in the game, but the amount of monkey money you get from it is, very, very minuscule, to say the least. I think you get, 2 monkey money, or 3 or 4 monkey money from that, instead of something more worthwhile, like 25 monkey money, or 30 monkey money, or something else like that. It can even vary by difficulty, maybe make it 10 for a beginner map on easy, and something more along the lines of 150 or 160 for an expert map on Impoppable or Chimps. So I'm going to go ahead and get a village here. It's not usually the play to do, or the play to go for, to get a village before you even upgrade the tower that you have there. And especially with the Sniper already being infinite range, but we will utilize that village pretty soon. So I'm going for the Shrapnel crosspath rather than the faster firing, and the reason for that is a combination between a couple of things. First of all, the only times when you're really better with a 502 sniper instead of 520, I find, are on rounds like 97 and 100. And we won't need to worry about a lot of rounds that are like that to begin with. Second reason is you can buff the attack speed of your sniper by using a village, an overclock engineer, or anything else along those lines. The third reason is that you cannot buff the pierce of a Sniper Monkey that does not at least have Shrapnel Shot. So, because of that, I am going to be going for the Shrapnel Shot instead of faster firing. So, that brings me to another thing I want to talk about in today's video. And that thing is that version 37.2, I believe, has come out, with more patches, bug fixes, things like that. No changes to the game or how it's intended to be, but it does have more bug fixes, which is good. I haven't read into what those fixes are, but I thought I'd just mention that, just because. And the other thing is that unfortunately not everything has been fixed, most notably the degree 1 Wizard Paragon Phoenix, even for a degree 100 Paragon. Like, the Phoenix is very slow shooting when it is degree 1, but when it's degree 100, it shoots like, or supposed to shoot rather, like a bunch of fireballs so fast that it looks like there's a giant spiral of them spawning all around the screen. But that's not how it works right now, at least. But that is how it is supposed to work. So I am going to get probably triple darts right there just as a little bit of cleanup, and we will also get camo, why not? So yeah, the sniper monkey is not good for just being the primary source or the primary like tower for your defense, but it is still just like, I'm trying to make it the main focus of the video and also not have a super crappy defense that can't do anything, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So I am going to try to keep things realistic by not farming a bunch, just so that anyone else who wants to try this out does not have to farm like crazy either, and so that it's a little bit more realistic for Chimps mode. Granted, you can't get any income in Chimps mode, so this is not realistic for Chimps mode already because of Benjamin, but that way it won't be too far off from what is possible in Chimps. So I'm going to get the main MOAB shortly, but we should probably get some more defense first. And I will be getting a second triple darts right there, and it's not much, but it will do for now, and we will see how we do here. So it's looking like the sniper is doing decently well, but again, it's not meant to pop a lot of balloons like this in this way. So I don't know if that dart monkey is helping us or hurting us. I feel like it is kind of hurting us, but what we can do is maybe get a crossbow monkey right there to make it a little bit more helpful. That way it won't just be like popping one bigger balloon into a bunch of smaller balloons like every time, or at the very least, if it does do something like that, I'll be able to clean up after itself, so to speak, a little bit better. So how much is the Cripple MOAB? Almost 35,000 on hard mode, not bad. So there's the MOAB, even with going for the shrapnel instead of the attack speed. We stall the MOAB and pop it pretty quickly and easily. Not bad. So I'm not sure how I feel about this change, buffing the Cripple MOAB all the way to 280 damage, but we will see. I mean, it's definitely a fun tower to use for supportive roles, but it's not a fun tower to use just to use it or make it the center of your defense. So you may be wondering why I'm making it the center of my defense if I don't find it fun to make it the center of my defense. Well, one thing I do find fun, even if I do not find something attached to that in specific circumstances as fun, is making balance change videos, and that is what I am doing right now. So that is the simple reason why. So next round we have fortified ceramics. I think we should be able to one-shot those with this sniper. Yes, we can. And then we have the normal ceramics on 47, not bad. The balloons are still getting a little far, but with the help of these third tier dart monkeys, it's not that bad. And the other thing that I would like to bring up now is that so for this sniper, it is good at popping somewhat spaced balloons that are not two groups together. I'm going to restart that round just because that looked a little sloppy, but we will go ahead and come back in. So it is a little bit like of a sloppy tower in certain cases. That is if you are not using your other towers correctly, but the shrapnel definitely does a good job because it allows you to pop multiple balloons at once and all of that. So I'm going to experiment a little bit. I'm going to try out something different. I'm going to sell the crossbow monkey. That way we don't have a lot of balloons getting so we don't have a lot of balloons getting popped in such a way that it creates more of a mess. So, and now put the sniper monkey on strong right there, and we will get just a 202 boomerang right there. Nothing too fancy just yet, but we will be focusing pretty soon on getting that Cripple MOAB. Or rather, we are focused on it right now, but we will be getting it pretty shortly. So I find that the strong targeting is better, because some of the ceramics from the shrapnel are popping into blacks and whites, and then the sniper focuses when on strong on popping more ceramics rather than on just popping rather than popping the blacks and whites and falling behind, and we can just let our cleanup towers focus on that, basically. So we're only about $6,000 away from the Cripple MOAB, and I'm eager to see how this tower does, and if it will be able to one-shot a MOAB entirely, meaning to not leave any ceramics behind. So we'll get the glaive ricochet right there for some better cleanup in the back, and against these ceramic waves, we're looking decent, so not bad. And I'm also hoping that the shrapnel alone from the 5th tier will one-shot entire ceramics rather than just popping them halfway, like into blacks and whites, or 2/3 of the way technically, because ceramics, including their insides, have 18 hit points. So popping them into blacks and whites, which have 6 layers, is technically 2/3 of the way. So there's our Cripple MOAB right there. Nice. And we will see how this tower does. And I'm also going to get a little bit of better cleanup right there with the more glaives. And I'm going to also get the radar scanner right here so that we have camo detection for our balloon cleanup. So MOABs do get one shot, but not fully one shot. There are still ceramics left behind. I'm guessing that has to do with how the tower is coded, because 200 hit points would mean that you can one shot, so 280 damage is how much is done. So 280 damage means that you should be able to pop the MOAB layer, which is 200 hit points, and that's still 80 more damage that you can deal. So with that 80 more damage, you should have no problem popping a ceramic, or 4 ceramics in this case, which each have 18 hit points. So that is something that confuses me a little bit, but I do think I know why that is happening. And I would say the reason for that happening probably has to do with the fact that the tower is coded in such a way that you cannot skip from a MOAB layer into a bloom layer or down to a bloom layer in terms of popping the children of the same bloom with the same projectile, the same shot. I'm guessing that is why it is like that. Unless it's a bug. I don't know if it's a bug, but it may be, it may not be, but I think that we still have not seen the situations that will make this tower look very strong compared to how it used to be. So, let's go ahead and get an engineer right here and get an overclock. And that will be what we get next for this sniper.
Fresh.
So I'm going to be playing probably to round 100, possibly to round 119. I don't know just yet, but let's overclock right there. And when we're leaving just ceramics and lower behind, I don't think there's anything that our more glaives can't handle, that our cleanup just can't handle. So let's just remember to keep using the overclock pretty consistently. And I'm eager to see what happens on round 76 with the massive number of reglow ceramics. So we will see what happens there. So there is the overclock again, and now we're on round 75. So we are able to easily pop all of the MOAB class balloons. Doesn't matter what they send at us. It is just going down. So Cripple MOAB is not the best at popping rounds like 76, but again, we do have our more glaives to take care of the situations that the sniper cannot take care of, to complement the tower, to handle its weak spots or take care of its weaknesses. So let's also get, speaking of snipers, let's get a elite sniper. That way we can buff the attack speed even further for our Cripple MOAB. Let's look at the description. Grants elite targeting priority and faster reload to all snipers. So that is what we will be getting with this sniper. So that is pretty nice, pretty solid, and let's see what we can do. So I think that we will be able to see what makes this sniper really good coming up pretty shortly, including on round 80. So let's get the sniper upgraded right there to the elite sniper, the second one, and I will continue from here. Let's also get the large caliber to fully cross path right there. And let's see. So here is round 81, and normally BFBs one, but it looks like just MOABs this time, and that's because of our Cripple MOAB. Just like we only see MOABs here instead of BFBs. So let's keep using our abilities pretty consistently. And the next thing I want to get is an Ultra Boost. That way we can buff the attack speed even further on this Cripple MOAB sniper. So I think it'll be especially good at taking down fortified ZOMGs, bags, even DDTs, as long as they're not too grouped up together. So we will see how that works pretty shortly. And the first of those tests will be on round 90. So let's continue here. And with the super ceramics, we aren't exactly smooth sailing, but we don't have to worry too much because we do have, of course, our elite sniper,
Careful with these,
which is good at popping ceramics and grouped balloons in general. So here we are in round 87, and ZOMGs get taken out pretty quickly. We'll be able to see even better how good this sniper is on round 100, and that's for two reasons. First of all, the bad has 5 times the health of a ZOMG, and second of all, it cannot be stunned. So we will just be able to take a look at raw damage output over time. So that is coming up pretty soon, and I'm here for all of it. So Ultra Boost is almost $78,000. And we are getting to almost the 60%
Big
mark.
fish.
So there's round 90, not bad.
Careful with these.
So round 93 is when we will have our next DDTs coming in. But yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. We should probably get some more ceramic defense, and I'm thinking that I should probably focus on that before the Ultra Boost, not gonna lie. Because look at all these fortified Moabs getting, like, pretty far. I'm going to switch to, I didn't mean to switch to close, I meant to switch to first. And it's kind of difficult to switch targeting sometimes with these snipers, especially when you have to do so pretty quickly, and when there's a fifth option, that being elite in this case. Because normally I'm used to just switching between first, last, close, strong. But it throws me off a little bit when I also have to deal with the elite targeting option, or when there are only 3 targeting options like there is with the Rotor Monkey. So let's go ahead and continue here. I don't know if elite is the best, but we can keep it on elite just for now, to clean up the rest of round 94. And we almost have enough for our Ultra Boost. Let's switch back to strong for now. And Benjamin's skimming is coming in handy right now with all these Camglow purples and Camglow fortified leads. So there we go. There's our Ultra Boost. And the best thing about the Ultra Boost is that these stacks will be permanent up to a multiplier of times 10, so I'm looking forward to that. So, what should we get next? Maybe, I'm trying to think where I can put this. So, it's hard to place the ice monkey that I want to put down right now somewhere that will be affected by the village, but not by the alchemist. So the ceramics were going to kill us right there, so I have to retry that round. I'm glad that I stopped right there. I almost went onto logs by accident because I was thinking of the wizard power gun for some reason. I still really want to test that tower, but unfortunately it's not looking like I'll be able to in the near future because that bug still was not fixed with the Phoenix. So let's see. Unfortunately, oh, there we go. Let's get an Arctic Wind.
Careful with these.
That way we have a little bit better defense against the... Let's also get Snowstorm right there, tier 4. So we have a little bit of a better defense against the ceramics.
Big fish.
And here we are again, round 96, but we are better off now. And we can let the ZOMGs come in a little bit. It doesn't really make too much of a difference as long as we are able to pop the faster moving goons like the Moabs and the ceramics before they cause too much trouble too close to the end of the track. So round 97, no big deal, easy peasy.
Big fish.
And we will get to see in a couple rounds how good this tower really is against the bad balloon. So here is round 98, lots and lots of balloons to deal with. Let's see. Should I get an absolute 0 perhaps? I don't know if we will need it, but I'm thinking that we should maybe get that. So there's 7 Ultra Boost stacks right there. I am going to use that ability right there, just so that's a little bit less likely to cause problems there. And we have to wait for the next round for the Ultra Boost because of the 3 uses per round limit.
Big fish.
So how we do against fortified DDTs, no problems
King
at
7.
all. And take a look at how fast this bad balloon is going down. It's already down to, at this point, 20% health. And there we go. There's the bad layer. There is all of that. And there we go. There's round 100. So I'm going to play till 119, I think.
5
so
stars.
we have the full Ultra
Careful with
Boost
these.
stack right there. And let's get primary mentoring for an even
Big
larger
fish.
freeze radius right there for our Ice Monkey.
Big fish.
So I'm just going to keep going with the ultra boosting of the Cripple MOAB because we don't really have anything else that would benefit all that much from the ultra boost. So here's round 103, lots and lots and lots of fortified MOABs. So yeah, it's looking like this round is quite a bit troublesome. So I'm gonna restart it. Let's go here. And what do I want to get?
Careful with these. Big fish.
Let's just use the absolute zero ability a little bit better, more consistently. And when we can get it, I'll get a Glaive Lord, just for better cleanup. Especially against all the ceramics and the MOABs and all of that. So, I don't know if it's the best choice to make, but that is what I will be going for. And after that, I will think about what else I can use my money on. Speaking of ways to farm, you can also farm with snipers. And that's actually how I did farm on Moon Landing to prepare for that short that I released for the Degree 60 Dart Paragon going up against round 140 on Moon Landing. If you haven't checked out that short, by the way, be sure to check it out and let me know what you think of it. In fact, I'm thinking of putting out more shorts like that for Paragon testing against various late game
Ultimate Master
rounds
Chef.
and just seeing how
Big
far
fish.
they can go. But just putting out some short videos so that I don't have to like record a lot
Big
for them,
fish.
but I can still put out lots of content for it. And also, I don't want my channel to look like that's just the way to go with it. Like, I don't want it to look like all I'm going to be covering is Paragons, because that's not true. So that's partly why I'm putting out shorts
Big
instead
fish.
of normal videos for those as well. Plus, I want to keep my content diverse. Some videos, some shorts, rather than all of one or the other. So, here's round 107 with the fortified ZMGs. Looks like we are fine so far. They are getting farther, but very slowly, so shouldn't be too big of a deal. And in case you guys haven't noticed by now, I am overclocking, or ultra boosting rather, my Glaive Lord. And the reason for that is because it is a pretty strong tower. It's not like Cripple MOAB is the only strong tower we have anymore. And the Glaive Lord is a great cleanup tower, so I just want to make sure that we have a little bit better cleanup at our disposal. So round 108, similarly to a recent round with the fortified ZMGs, looks like we will be fine though. So let's take a look at the DPS here. So on normal speed, it's a couple thousand, perhaps 10,000 on the parts that I did not look at very closely. But yeah, pretty good damage per second right there
Careful
with
with
the
these.
Glaive Lord. Meanwhile, the Cripple MOAB sniper is only getting probably 1,000, maybe a little bit more than 1,000 DPS. But then again, it is slowing the MOABs, which matters a lot. So I am glad to be utilizing this tower. And I think I like it. I think that is definitely better off with this balance change. It's not broken. It's not like you can just use it against anything. It's not like it deletes Moabs, even though it has the damage per hit to be able to do so. And yeah, I mean, it is quite strong against bads, but you know, there aren't a lot of towers that are like that. You know, there's this tower, there's the Moab Eliminator, there's First Strike, and maybe one or two other towers that I'm not thinking of. But yeah, that's about it. So, not bad. So, this will be the 9th to last round of our test. And we will continue to rack up some more cash, and I'm gonna get a perma broom right here. So, I don't know if it can reach the Blade Lord. Yes, it can. Nice. Good. So, let's overclock right there, and that is a massive amount of damage, and we didn't get to see it in normal time until after it already had deteriorated, but yeah, it's pretty good. So, and in fact, the Blade Lord is probably going to surpass the Cripple MOAB in pops pretty soon, but either which way, I would say we are looking pretty good right now. And then there is, of course, the Elite Sniper, which I could Ultra Boost if I wanted to. But given that we don't have that long left, I'm just going to focus on Ultra Boosting the towers I've already maxed out, just to give them that temporary, almost double attack speed, like I would like for them to have. So, round 114 is pretty much over, and now we are into the final 5 rounds for this test. So DDTs do not get far at all. Look at that. They do get a little farther when there are already a bunch of ZUMGs in front of them, but if it's just the DDTs, like, nothing really gets through. Like, they just don't get through. It's that simple. So, we're on round 116, purples, and also some fortified DFVs and ZUMGs. It's not looking like that will pose much of a problem, if any. And I'm going to get probably this right here, called Bloons. And we will use that when we need to. Not sure if we will need to, but just for fun, we can use it on round 119, which is coming right up. So, since this is the second last round of our test, we are going to be turning off auto start so that we don't accidentally start round 120 and go too far. So, not that it would be a big deal, but there's nothing really to see on round 120. So here's how much damage this sniper is doing. So that is pretty good, I would say. Now let's keep using our abilities, make sure that we are remaining consistent in regards to that. So the Blade Lord is getting some good DPS as well, but I would say that we are keeping the primary focus just like we wanted to on the Cripple MOAB. So there we go. There is round 119. And that's where I'm going to call it for today's video. So thank you all for watching, and leave a like if you did enjoy this video. And I hope you have enjoyed, and subscribe for more interesting content. And more videos pertaining to balance changes and all of that will be coming out pretty soon. So I hope you are looking forward to watching those as much as I am to recording them. Once again, thanks for watching. Peace out.